this will be our first look at Paula Murphy on the day, and I can't keep forgetting she likes to start out on those 19s every once in a while, and she's proven those are her number. Look at that, 133 opener, folks. As we are off and running in our WDF Silver Women's 501 Singles Final.
Pretty important match. What do you think?
I about doubled up on the WDF, just like our deal did down there. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Let me ask you this much. What do they win, Mr. Will Stuart?
I mentioned it before, but how about we mention it again, because it's worth mentioning. $700 for our first place prize, $350 to second, as well as in that first place prize, you get an invite to that Windmill World Masters.
Actually, they both get to go to Windmill World Masters.
Oh,
first
wow.
and second. They have already accomplished their invite to next year's Windmill World Masters. That's done. Now it's time to play for the title, valuable points for Lakeside, and some good old-fashioned green stuff.
Awesome. I didn't know that factoid. Thanks for pulling that out. This is a best of 9, first to 5 leg final, as you can see there on our scoreboard.
I've seen it. I was over there watching the other ladies semifinals with Paula Murphy and Marley Skill, and I think Paula probably picked up that same flight about 15 times.
Well,
so right there's number 2. We'll have a little counter going on how many times Paula Murphy will pick up her flight.
Yeah, we'll keep that count intact because it may be a fact if she's got some good groupings. It's going to be a...
Actually, it's not a bad thing. I mean, think about it. How many times have you deflected out and then your flight pops off and it actually slides in better? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she's done that on purpose. We don't know how these people think. Yeah, well, since we know what's going on with these ladies, let's go see what's going on with the gentlemen and their WDF singles.
Yeah, I want to keep you updated on that one as well, as we're kind of entering that top 32, I think, is what we're about to do.
Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like that. Let me scroll over so I can see it a little bit better. That was a heck of a start for the bracket. If I had to use the bracket of 512. And our friend Mark Lacombe from St. Louis gave us a number between 294 and 300 men are competing in this one. And they are currently in the round of 64 and round of 32. Notable still left in the field in the top 32, Tom Sawyer, Chris Slim, The Stinger, Jeff Springer, Mr. Bruce Robbins and Danny Baggish, Leonard Gates, Gary Mawson, Larry Butler. A lot of our seeds are still sitting in there. Jacob Taylor from Canada.
He's playing Chuck Pulio right now, which is an awfully entertaining affair. I wonder how that one's going, honestly.
Got the high-scoring Newfoundlander versus Pipes from the Arizona market.
Well, how about this hot start we're off to with these two ladies? 74 and a 70 average, respectfully.
Did we expect anything less from these two?
Not at all. Taking just a second to figure out what she's got here.
We're going to really get some interesting some figures into the top 32 and top 16 coming up on our men's WDF singles. Following in the action of this one, the women's doubles cricket is underway. And then we conclude today with the good old-fashioned mixed triples.
Maybe a little strategic error there from Paula Murphy as she leaves the 30. See if she goes directly at it or not.
I think I'd split it.
Yep. 14 for double 8.
Ooh, outside. I mean, the only thing about it is the transitioning shots across the board.
I wonder how Cali goes about this one. If she was going to go trip 20 or bull.
And she pulled that 72.
It's 44 scored. for what, 48?
$32 left for her. Good start for this for the ladies.
I guess it's something I never really pointed out about Paula. You know, she kind of does a little double clutch there herself, just at the very beginning.
Kind of slight, yes. We've been watching it
just a little bit.
We've been watching it with Cali, and like I said earlier, let's see how this out goes. Oh, just inside. Let's see what she does here. Yeah. There it is.
First dart.
First leg.
Shot.
Now, what I was talking about is everyone's got their own delivery, their own way of throwing. If it's hitting 1080s and outs when you need it, what does it matter how you throw it?
Exactly.
Look, what's your contrast? I've been throwing a little more straight on than I had in the past.
I would say I have too. Usually I got that Danny Lobby angle, but kind of straightening out a little bit. Your throw evolves over time.
Yeah, I have a different throw today than I first started.
95 there for Paula Murphy. She can continue to hit those big trebles down there on the 19. It's going to help her significantly.
Can't tell if that was 57 or 95. 95 it is. Miss Murphy still using that 19 on her scoring routes. Mark Lacombe giving us numbers: 168 in the women's singles, 284 in the men's. Thanks, Mark, for keeping us updated with stats in the background. Now Cali West using the 19. She piles in 95 herself. So let me ask you this much, Will, since we're seeing transitions from 20s and 19s. How often do you use the 19 in scoring opportunities for 501?
All the time. All the time.
Do you ever make the switch because you're struggling on the top side of the board?
Yeah. It just depends. I mean, I don't do it as often, but it's definitely one of those ones that if I can't, or if I'm struggling for a couple legs on the 20s and maybe I haven't popped a triple, I'm going to search for one. Indeed.
But the 262 route, the 18, triple 18, 20 leaves you the 170. A lot of people 303, the different routes they use in different numbers. There are those just powerhouses that don't even come off the 20s till they really need to. .64.
Big hit.
That was a nice turn right there, folks.
Great turn indeed.
So is Miss Paula going to throw the Shanghai for us?
Take a closer look at the 20s here.
Still alive. Oh, now she'll just set up for the next round. Hopefully she'll get a return.
Just double checking that scoreboard beforehand.
Let me ask you this much. You've got 80 left. You throw the trip 20, or do you throw at tops?
It's another one. Depends on where the darts are laying for me. Just outside with that second dart. She goes into the 13 with the last. Yeah, it just kind of depends on where your darts lie. Marker darts are big on that one. I think that's the main cause for a switch.
Mm-hmm.
Is where your flight is at. In your flight path.
A little bit of shadow action there from Miss Paula Murphy. I wonder how many times the dart player said it was right there. Oh, right there.
So there we go. 1-1 in our final here. Still staying on those 19s to start us off.
Little unlucky on the third dart. Here comes Cali. She's been attacking that triple 20 all day long. Notable, Chuck Pulio has defeated Jacob Taylor 4-3, moving into the top 16. Gary Mawson 4 over, or David Dwyer moving into the top 16. So those are the only two that have punched their ticket into the next round. Which
big names there with Chuck Pulio and Gary Mawson. I'm sure that was an entertaining match between Jacob Taylor and Chuck.
It shows a 4-3 storyline. I would really like to see the stats on that one.
Oh, me as well, sir. Me as well.
I just wish we could feature everything,
and that's the problem, is we had some people that were upset that we didn't have a match in between the semifinal that we saw, and we went with the side view for the other one. Well, if we would have started another match, maybe the finals would have been held up, and that's the deal.
Well,
it's kind of a
so part of the rules for the WDF is these finals of a silver or higher level tournament must have its own staged area. The only staged area here is our streaming section, so we have to make sure that board is available for our finals on the singles.
So there's a little explanation for you. I didn't know that factoid myself, so I appreciate you saying that. Does stink, that little lull in the action, but at least we were able to provide some viewpoint of Paula Murphy and Marlies Keel's semifinal.
It was a good semifinal. I went over and sat down and watched it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. I think we're trying to find a flight here.
Was that number 3?
Possibly could be number 3. Somebody came in and helped Paul out from behind. Cali just taking a second before she goes for her next turn. Kind of getting that laser focus back. All over it is Murphy. 73. Just outside of the range for a checkout opportunity. A big triple there would have helped, but she doesn't even collect that. What did Mark let us know in there on that chat? Let me go ahead and read that. 168 in the women's singles.
Yep,
and 284 in men's singles. That is incredible.
Honestly, not too shabby.
No, I mean, that's really good women's numbers.
That's the highest level women's numbers that I've seen. And let's see, they started the women's singles at 11, and they got her done. They got her down in the finals in pretty good timing.
Usually the men are about 3 times, 2 to 3 times heavier than the women's participation. So for that to be, that number on the women's, good, impressive stuff. Love it.
Ooh, tough turn. $122, $156, 1-1.
So single 18 leaves the bowl.
You got to go at it. I know it's 156, but Your opponent is sitting on a 3-dart out, but you got to go after it.
Definitely so. Oh,
even she was like, whoa,
hits the wire, folks.
Wire. Pants on fire.
220s for double 18 here. Not going to be the case. So Paula Murphy will return. Looking at 25.
$17. That's my route. And smack. Fat 17. Double 4. Thank you, folks. Next leg. Oh, another notable is moving into the top 16 of the men. Anthony Romero and Leonard Gates. A lot of great action going on in the top 32 of the men's WDF silver, which I'm assuming we'll start be seeing matches here very soon from that event. Two legs Paula, one leg Cali West. The finals of the women's WDF silver. Both of them have already punched their ticket to the World Masters. Valuable points on the line and the good old-fashioned envelope of green stuff. Yeah, they nicknamed her the Smooth.
Oh, yeah, definitely smooth indeed.
She's very smooth to watch play.
And smooth on the 19s. She is just laying it in there.
Oh, there's
another one. Yep, I think that's 4 for those flights.
You think we'll tell her after the fact that we were doing that ticker on how many times she picked up that flight?
Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll probably keep that to ourselves. She'll probably go back and watch it and find out that we were doing a ticker count on it.
There's a big 125 from Cali. She has yet to produce the quality that she has produced in the semifinal, and I believe it was a top 6. It was a quarterfinal against Trish, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Quarter.
so
well, no, the semifinal she hit it too.
Yeah, she had a 70 average there. Look at Paula just laying it in there.
It just shows you the difference match to match. You know, if you really go into a lot of tournament play and you play a lot as a player and you go back and you look at your stat lines and you see the bar graph go up and down, up and down, up and down. Guys, that's darts. That's exactly what darts will do to you. The board will giveth and the board will take awayeth. Big shout out to Mike Newbert, who has punched his ticket into the top 16.
Paula continues to find a triple as she works her way around. Can leave her 79. Gonna have to go trip 19 and or trip 13. She elects the 13 route to leave double top for a 3-1 lead and gets it.
That's twice Paula's last 2 darts she's thrown.
Paula Murphy is
17 double 4, now 39 for tops. First start each time in the double.
She's feeling it right now, folks. She is feeling it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the 19s because she's been aiming there the whole time.
Why not? If it's piling in 95s and 133s, stay put.
Exactly, it's working for you. Cali taking a deep breath, maybe chugging a water or two before she steps to the line here.
Maybe taking a reset every once in a while. Just a good old-fashioned reset's all you need.
Yeah, you need kind of that mental laser focus, and that's what she's trying to regain. There it is, massive 140.
Well, I was going to say, that laser focus kind of worked out there.
Well, she had it all day long. I mean, she threw a 67 and a 70 to back it up in the semis. if she can produce even 4 points higher, this is a whole new match.
Exactly.
Whole new match. 85 there for Murphy.
Another notable moving into the top 16 for the men's WDF singles, Michael Escabel. Quietly watching that bracket unfold as we watch our women final here on USA Darts Productions. I'm Ryan Mooneyham and my master of disaster, Mr. Will Stuart.
Another 140 it is, folks.
Maybe that reset was good.
That reset was
40,
exactly what she
about
needed.
40.
She's starting to produce here.
Paula has moved up to the 20s. She did not like that turn. I look at those eyes. She's moving back to the 19s. 118 turn, not too shabby. Do you think these two are feeling pressure?
It's hard to believe it, but I think, you know, when you've been on the scene for quite some time, you've played individuals such as this hundreds of times. Well, let's be honest, she's played Paula hundreds of times, just Paula. Not players just like this, just Paula. I don't know, it's hard to say. Do you feel a little pressure? Do you not? I think no matter what, I feel a little pressure.
I don't know. I mean, I know I get nervous. Maybe you feel a little comfortable with someone you played hundreds of times, regardless if they're good or not. You know, it's the ones that scare me, the ones I've never heard of.
Maybe it's just overcoming the nerves. It's like you see those PDC players all the time, and they're throwing ton averages, 98. It's like, do these guys even sense that pressure situation? Does it even rattle their nerves? It's hard to think about that.
And darts is such a mental game.
Yeah, it is. 134 here. She's going 20s.
Oh, there's 118.
118. It's kind of curious how she'd go with that last dart there.
A couple more notables. Chris Franklin, Chris Lim, moving into the top 16. Stay there for the 90, leave yourself 32. $54 is manageable, leaves a manageable out if Cali leaves this 16 still on the board.
That's the question. If she leaves this, there's a potential 16 dart leg here. And she gets it right away. I told you, she was focused that go round. If she can find that the rest of this match, she's going to be golden.
And there's that was a break of throw, too.
There's that 4-point increase. Actually 5 there for Cali. New match. Gotta focus. Refocus here. She goes down to the 19s. Good shot.
Big kick. Big pick. Nice switch. How did you know?
Those eyes. Those eyes. Cali takes a ghost throw back behind there. Trying to refocus. Let's take a look at that side view of Cali's throw here.
Neither one of these girls have the hop that we've seen earlier. Remember, we were talking about a little bit of the hop. We know that Cali does the double clutch, and Paula does some of it. Yeah, right there a little bit.
Just a little
But
bit.
I think they're the one to really move after they're set.
And collects 2 trip 19s. Once again, it's a 1-2-1 there for Murphy. Once again, folks, appreciate you tuning in to our coverage here of the finals of our women's 501 event. If you have not, give us a like, give us a follow, share this around. Still time to let folks know we're in a finals duel here in Vegas.
We don't have to cut the stream. We just keep rolling.
We'll be keeping rolling most of the night, I think, unless we got some mixed trips later. But
Yeah,
our
trips tomorrow's can be a little more challenging with the open doubles and the singles cricket because anybody can get into those.
our PDC players are probably enjoying a meal or maybe gambling or something. You never know.
Then holiday. Let them go enjoy their holiday.
Yeah, they unfortunately cannot play in the men's 501 singles as it's an amateur event, but they're here on vacation. Why not enjoy it?
A little bit of vacation, little slot action, little good food, maybe a show and some dots. Let's play some dots. I'm sure someone in the comments gonna not like my accent for the darts, but we'll see. '99 Cali West. You want to see this go the distance? Now be honest.
Who doesn't want to see this go the distance? I mean,
Two of the top players in the room.
currently
That's the
having
number 1 and number 2 seed for this event right now. Battling it out for the top spot.
How does Paula go after this? I think you go another one of those trip 18s to leave
I
double
like the
10.
108. Oh, she pulled it all the way with a 14. See how that transitions across the board?
Mhm.
You kind of, when you're settled in the trip 20, you kind of got that 1, that 2, that 3. When you move across the board, you move your arms in different locations. You really got to learn how to pause and set up for the next shot across the board.
Well,
If not, you drag the 1.
Cali just had a 16 dart leg. This potentially could be a 17 or 18 dart leg. Be a nice follow-up. Let's see if she can do it again.
Bowler 54.
I'm a bowl person. She's going the 18 route, so 76. She'll just kind of clean this up.
8 left.
Yeah, 8 left and adds pressure to the 59.
Deep breath from Paula. 19 for tops. Oh, pulled into the double 5.
She'll have to take her shot
There
at
we
this one,
go.
double 15.
Outside. Advantage, Miss West.
To tie this one up.
I think she's hit this double before.
Board 61, Kevin Luke and Matt Smoot. Matt Smoot and Kevin Luke on board 61.
And it's outside.
I think that third one grabbed the flight.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
I have a feeling she's going to split this. She went 14 double 8 last time. That's exactly what she's going to do again. And it pays off once again. Paula Murphy able to grab that one as we'll take a quick look at the replay there. Right in the heart. She does it again. Well, it's Paula to throw first, so we'll take a look. I was surprised that she started off in the 20s there. I was gunning for that 19, but look at this. 100 to start us off, and what potentially could be a hold of throw would be the title for Paula.
Cali 45. A little bit back. She's going to have to produce extra good darts in front of Paula to get back on throw. Otherwise, Paula will take the title, and this match will be over. 99 on the turn. Here comes Smooth.
Switching it up once again, using those 19s. She goes back up or stays down. Looks like she's going up. That's exactly what she's doing.
She'll stay there. 140 is crucial.
It's a 140 indeed, and another flight on the ground.
That's
but hey,
number 5.
it's a 140
It's
lead.
a big 140 check. Opportunity up next.
Cali needs 2 triples. Not going to have them, so it's 6 from 140 for Paula Murphy.
71.75, 67.45. Just set it up. Nice triple 20 here, leaves her tops.
60 still leaves the 80, and especially with Cali on 212, she'll get the look. Like I said before.
Cali wants a 2 treble visit to put a lot of pressure on.
Even a ton is a decent amount of pressure, and it's not going to be.
And that, my folks, my friends, has now given 6 darts for 80. Tops for 20.
And Paula's not too happy with herself there as she releases some frustration. She knows she's got double 10 here for the win, though.
Oh, just outside.
Cali's going to have to lay in a big one and hope for a miss here.
She cannot afford a troubleless visit this route to apply any pressure for that double 10. And for the title, double 10.
She takes a couple ghost throws. And
That's
hits it with the first dart. Paula Murphy wins it.